we're having an interview with actor, performer, writer, and artist Vahe Berberian. Can you tell us 3 different things that inspire you?
3 different things that inspire me. Music inspires me very much. Intelligence inspires me very much. Intelligence for me is an aphrodisiac. I get off on intelligence. I fall in love with intelligence. And beauty.
Yeah. Where do you see beauty?
I see beauty in just about everything. And it's more striking when I see it in the least expected places. Yeah. Like beauty is when a beautiful woman has soiled shoes. You know, like it's something that when I see dirt on the shoes, I think there's got to be something more on her mind than her beauty. This is good.
Yeah. As they say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And what about music? What kind of music inspires you?
The inspiration, my music comes from very eclectic taste. I can listen to classical music. I can listen to Rammstein. I love Rammstein. When I'm painting, I listen to Rammstein. I can listen to Gogol Bordello. I can listen to Taraf de Haytuk, gypsy music I love. But most of all, I'm in love with Rembetika, Greek Rembetika music. Turn of the century. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So, as an actor, performer, writer, and artist over the past decades, in your experience, do you think that a person's sense of humor can change?
You know what? This is a very interesting question. I really believe so.
Yeah.
I used to not think so, but more and more I'm beginning to think that humor is like a muscle. It can be developed. The more you use it, the more, I think Luis Buñuel believed this. He thought imagination is a muscle that it can be developed. And I think humor and imagination are inseparable. Without imagination, there would be no humor. Because when you talk about a certain situation, you have to imagine it in order to make it funny. And so, yes, I definitely believe that you can develop humor. Yeah.
And how do you find the right blend of tragedy and comedy?
I think, I honestly believe that you have to be a sad person in order to look for comedy. Otherwise, why would you look for comedy? You know? So in that sense, I think I'm a person who's prone to depression, who's prone to anxiety, as you know. So for me, humor is the only thing that saves me. And I think, you know, I can't remember who said it. Comedy is tragedy plus time. Okay. For example, when you're walking down the street and you're I don't know, you flip and fall. Okay, at that very instant, it's tragic because you think people are gonna laugh at you. You hurt your leg, you know, and it's not funny. But 3 months later, when you're telling someone, when you're telling your friends, you start laughing about it because you realize how funny it was or how funny it might have seemed to other people. So yes, in that sense, I think comedy is tragedy plus time.
Yeah, you first make a big deal out of small things, and you start laughing at what.
Yeah.
So, as far as we can see, as far as I've noticed, there are fewer female comedians. So, why do you think it is? Or do you agree with me?
I agree. I'm gonna say something very controversial, but it's not mine. I think Hodgkin said it like a while back. I think humor was originally developed by men to charm women. Okay?
Yeah.
This is, and I'm not sure if this is true, but probably there must be some truth to it. But I think times have changed, and there are a lot of wonderful female comedians and stand-up comedians, and I think they're very funny, and they're no less than. I think eventually you will see. There are a few pun sisters. Oh, it's very difficult for me to like.
Memorize the names.
Yeah, there's Wendy something or other. Yeah, but there are. Trust me, there are. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And the last question is, you have performed in a number of different countries around the world, and you have probably encountered language barriers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever feel that this changes the way the audience receives your jokes?
The most important thing, I think, just now we were talking about it. The most important thing is aside from the fact that humor is the first main barrier as far as culture shock goes. You know, if you do not understand the humor of a certain society, you feel left out. Mm-hmm. The only time you feel a sense of belonging is when you start laughing with people. That's the only time, you know, when you feel at home, you feel good about your surroundings. And one of the reasons for that is, aside from the fact that you might have a hard time relating to social topics, you know, to the trivia of the society, there's also a sense of wording, syntax, and certain words that you might not miss. And through my experience, I can tell you, if there are certain punchlines, if I miss one single word, okay, the joke will be lost completely. So you have to be very, very careful to make sure that every single word in your punchline, it will be understood.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.